to my channel. This is Lexsa Marie with another video. Today we are going to be talking about sensuality with young women, particularly my age group, so like 18 to like 20, 30, whatever. And honestly, you can be older, you can be younger, whatever. Probably not younger, I don't know. But that's the target audience for this video. So it's just going to be talking about how to enhance your sensuality and understanding exactly what that is as we develop as maturing young women in life. And the reason I wanted to talk about this topic so much is because as I'm getting older, I'm feeling myself want to explore what sensuality means and what it means to me and how I can improve it for just overall gratification in my life. So before I get into this video, make sure that you like this video and you subscribe to my channel. If you do want to see more feminine content talking about your self-worth, sensuality, even your confidence level, make sure that you check out my other videos and you subscribe and let me know what other videos you would like to see. But I do have a ton of videos talking about this topic and different topics already, so make sure you check that out after this. So before I get into the meat of this topic, I just wanted to quickly tell you the definition of what it means to be sensual. So sensual is an adjective, okay? It's an adjective. It's used to describe something. So it's relating to or involving gratification of the senses and physical, okay? So the best way that I could probably describe this as is something that stimulates all of your senses. So if you are not familiar, there is touch, there is smell, there is sight, there is, you know, being able to listen and hear, and there is also taste. So being in tune with all of your senses and appreciating those senses and what you're receiving from each of those is very important, and it's what makes up sensuality. So I would definitely make sure that you do not get that mixed up with sexuality. And although sensuality is kind of linked to it, that's not exactly what I'm going to be talking about, because you can be a very sensual person and not show anything. You can be sensual and not be offering any, you know, explicit things, I'll just say that, and it's still beautiful, it's elegant, it's classy and alluring as well. So I definitely want to talk about the topic for young women specifically because of the range of sexuality we see on social media and how people show themselves. This is just a different way that you can explore that without being necessarily over sexual or maybe uncomfortable for you. So definitely that is just something I wanted to say really quick, but let's just get into the different tips that you can do. So the very first thing that you can try doing to improve your sensuality is giving yourself mirror time. And a lot of people say, oh, she looks in the mirror, oh, she must be obsessed with herself. No, I just adore myself. That's kind of how you have to respond. So giving yourself mirror time and looking and adoring and seeing all of what you offer, all of what your body has, can be very helpful for not only your understanding of your own body, but just your leveling up of confidence. So definitely take that time, look at your head, your shoulders, your knees, and your toes. Look at the entire thing. Look at what's behind you, what's on the sides of you. Look at your wrinkles, your lumps, everything, and take that time to embrace it and take it all in and understand it's what makes you beautiful. So definitely for tip number one, give yourself all the mirror time you need. It'll definitely be a confidence boost when trying to enhance your sensuality. So for tip number two is to make sure that you're walking and you're leading and you're stepping in confidence. So for this tip, I know a lot of women sometimes do wear their heart on their sleeve or wear their insecurities on their shoulders or whatever, and they hunch over and they walk like this, and they walk closed off. They walk very insecure, very shy, very timid, and because they walk that way, people are going to unfortunately perceive them a different way. And they might not perceive them as confident. They might not perceive them as approachable. They might not perceive them as charming or lovely. So definitely your body language and how you carry yourself says a lot about how you see yourself as a person. So for us young women out there, you know, some of you might be in college, some of you might be out of college, never went to college or about to go to college. There's a lot of things that we are unsure about. There's a lot of things that we are insecure about. And that's why you need to spend time loving who you are and loving your body. So when you walk into that world where there's a whole bunch of ugly, you can walk up high. And without saying anything, people are going to know that you know you're a baddie, okay? They're going to know that you know that you're beautiful. So definitely, I would say, and it's crazy, my mom and my grandmother used to tell me this all the time, like, do not slouch. Do not slouch, whether you are sitting, whether you are standing, whether you are, you know, leaning next to a perfect pole where you can just relax. No, you want to stand straight, you want to stand confident, and you want to stand very erect. So even in this chair, you see, I never lean fully back like this. You will never see me lay fully crouched in a chair. I always love to stand up very straight. And you know, sometimes people make fun of me. They might say, oh, like, why do you walk in that way? Or, you know, you walk so straight. And I'm just like, yes, like, how am I supposed to walk? So definitely practice your walk. I would say also use that mirror time to practice and master your personal walk. So, you know, some walks are famous, such as like Marilyn Monroe's, where she walks with a string attached to her and her hips are the only thing really moving. You can walk like Naomi Campbell with a little more drama, like you own the room. So definitely take that time to explore your mirror, like I said in the first tip, and really use your sense of sight and watch every single movement your body makes. Make sure that you're keeping yourself in a certain flow to make sure that you are maintaining that balance and that straightness in your back. So definitely for tip number 2, make sure that you're walking in confidence, almost like a dance, almost like water, so it flows. So nothing too stiff like a robot, but nothing too slouchy or unsure like a slouchy pose. So the third thing that I would recommend doing to enhance your sensuality as a young adult, a young woman, is to develop routines. Develop and get into the habit of making a ritual or routine. And sometimes it comes natural to us, sometimes it does not. For me, I'm a Taurus, you know. I'm not about to do the whole zodiac thing, but what I've noticed is that at least for, I'm gonna get into the zodiac thing, but at least for my sign, I have noticed with other Tauruses, we love rituals, we love routines, we love sameness, we like stability. That is the root of why we like routines, because it's stable. So something that I love to do as soon as I wake up, I go to the bathroom, I, you know, do what I have to do, get in the shower. I have a method. I'll, you know, scrub, exfoliate, then I'll lather up, do all that stuff, get out, brush my teeth, wash my face, and I do all that stuff, get cute, do my makeup, and then, you know, I pick up my outfit. Like, I have a routine every single day, just to make sure I keep up with myself and maintain all that I have. So it's very important to have at least a morning time and a nighttime ritual, just to make sure that there's some type of sameness in your life. And also what I love to do, and it kind of gives me, I guess, like a accomplishment, like a accomplished feeling at the beginning of the day, I make sure that I always make up my bed. And I have done this, I want to say, since middle school. And I know that at first it was just to make sure my room wasn't dirty, and my parents wanted me to at least make up my bed before I went to school. But once I started to realize how accomplished I felt every time I did it. I always made sure I did it at the beginning of the day because it left my room feeling more complete, feeling more put together. So it made me feel more put together. So definitely looking and paying attention to detail while creating your routine is definitely important. Also, another everyday routine or self-care routine you can do is listen to music while you're in the shower, or even listen to music just in your room, and you know, just be with yourself, be with the song, be with the whatever's playing. So definitely I would say that as well. Or even just going on walks every day, taking time, embracing the silence and listening to nature is definitely wonderful. So I would recommend doing that and incorporating that into your daily routine. Another self-care thing that you can do, which isn't really a routine, but it's a routine for me. I love to make sure I smell good. Regardless if I leave the house, I want to make sure that I smell and I feel good. So especially when I get out the shower, just because I'm not going anywhere doesn't mean I'm not going to put lotion on my body, because I know some people do that. I know some of y'all do that, okay? I get my favorite body oil, I put it on my body, make sure I'm smelling good, I'm feeling good, regardless of where I'm going, because it makes me feel comfortable, it makes me feel beautiful. So it's, you know, a lot of these tips aren't for other people, it's for you to be stimulated by what you do on your day-to-day and to stimulate your own senses. So definitely finding a perfume or finding just a nice body oil or lotion to just put on your body every day. Make sure it's all lathered in there, make sure your skin feels smooth. Definitely is something that I would recommend doing for overall your self-care routine. Third thing is lingerie. And I know some girls in college, you know, they don't want to be wearing, you know, sexy lingerie, but at least expanding your fabrics and maybe wearing silk to bed, or having a silk robe, or having satin, just nice beautiful fabrics on your skin. So, you know, it stimulates that feeling, that touch sense, and it kind of feels more luxurious, more feminine, especially when you're going to bed. So personally, I have to admit it, when I don't have my lingerie or my nice pajamas, I definitely just put on a t-shirt and it changes how I sleep. I definitely feel I sleep more rough and more rugged. But when I go to sleep with my satin pajamas, I just feel a different type of beautiful. So when you go to sleep, just think about like how you want to sleep. Do you want to sleep like all right, or do you want to sleep luxuriously? So definitely I would say, you know, make sure you're not just buying lingerie for your significant other. Like, definitely invest in some nice pajamas and sleepwear and lingerie for yourself, because it is for us as well. It's for us to feel good about our bodies and ourselves. So definitely, for us young women out there, you do not need a man to look and feel good, okay? You do not need a man with you in bed to look and feel good. Make sure that you are looking and feeling and enjoying that, whether or not someone else is there. Okay, so for tip number five on how to build your sensuality is to be mindful, okay? And one of the things that does help me kind of center myself is painting. So I know I mentioned it like once or twice, but I definitely love to paint. Okay, that is something that has been very important in my life and has gotten me through so many emotions and feelings, and has been a wonderful outlet for me. So definitely stimulating my touch and my smell and my sight. Painting has definitely been that stimulant for me, I would say personally. But just being in that moment of painting is something I really cannot describe. Like, being able to transfer your thoughts and emotions and your feelings that you can't really verbally say onto a canvas is honestly priceless. And I believe that does help me get to more of my feminine side and get to more of my like creative side. But I know not everyone's a painter, so some of the hobbies that you can participate in to be more mindful and be in the moment is definitely yoga. I have done yoga plenty of times, and it helps with mindfulness, it helps with deep thinking and meditation. So I would definitely recommend yoga. You can also just do regular meditation and maybe play like really soft instrumental music or even ocean waves in your room, and just sit in that for like 10 to 15 minutes or however long you want to do it. And it does help you. You can listen and stimulate your hearing and listen to those ocean waves. You can feel all of your body while your eyes are closed. It allows you to enhance those other senses that you have as well. For tip number 6, this is actually partly on my New Year's resolutions list, and I have started that already. I'm not gonna wait until January 1st. I'm gonna start this immediately, but it's to develop mystery and have mystery about you. And I know with social media and everything, a lot of people love to share more than they have to. And I did make a video talking about moving in silence, so if you do want to check it out, it'll be up there. But I did make a video talking about moving in silence and the importance of moving in silence, and also just being unbothered. So definitely when you are going through issues in life, it does suck if you do not have anyone to speak to or anyone to communicate those issues with, but try not to share it with the rest of the world. And I know it can be very frustrating and very difficult because a lot of people do that now at our age, but having that mystery about you makes people want to be around you even more. And that's more than just trying to attract men. It'll attract people, just women, men, whomever, to you, because you have this mystery about you. You have something that people are trying to like unravel and unpack, and they don't know. When people know less, they want to know more. So definitely try to use that going about your day-to-day life. I know a lot of people, you know, show face, but you don't have to be the first one to come to a party and the last one to leave. You know, you want to be the person that comes in, shows their looks great, looks amazing, you know, says very few things, very charming, and then leaves. And I'm really trying to get better with that. But it does make a difference, and it does make you seem more, not untouchable, but just more intriguing, especially if you're thinking more in a relationship or like dating sense. It'll make you seem more intriguing to whomever you're trying to attract. So definitely I would say for this tip, mystery is just, it's probably the best tip I'm giving you guys right now. You can think of plenty of people that are more sensual and more alluring, and you know absolutely nothing about them. I would probably say Rihanna would be a great example, Marilyn Monroe, Naomi Campbell. There's so many people that just have this thing that draws you to them. Even Beyonce. It's like we know her, but we know absolutely nothing. And I think that's something that's very powerful and very interesting, that, you know, we love someone we know nothing about. You know, you're adoring a woman that doesn't share anything about her life. I believe Lori Harvey, she is the queen of being unbothered and in moving in silence. And people love that mystery. Guys love that mystery. They want to know more about her. They're intrigued. You know, they make songs about this girl. So definitely the proof is in the pudding. So I would say this tip that I shared right here is probably the best tip and the most helpful tip that I could give you. All right, and so for the last tip that I have here is to dance unapologetically. And this is a more fun tip. You know, for my young, youthful women out there, we all do it. I dance in the shower. I dance as soon as I get out the shower. I dance when I'm completely by myself and there's no judgment. It's just me, and I feel absolutely beautiful. So it just depends on what dances you prefer to do. I know some feminine dances like salsa, or even belly dancing, but me personally, you guys know I'm an island girl, so I wind my waist in my room. I feel myself, I feel everything, and I feel gorgeous. I don't know, something about dance hall music, it just it just hits different. I just think of myself on a beach dancing with some guy from, I don't know, St. Thomas, enjoying my life. But that's just like in my mind, you know, I play scenarios in my head, but having that like almost fantasy playing in my head while I listen to that music makes me feel even more beautiful and allows me to tap into the feelings of my body and just coming more in tune with the music and letting the music kind of run through me. But yeah, I would say overall, I'm very into stimulating all of my senses. I'm very creative, and I like to use all of them to express myself in different ways, especially when it comes to my painting and music and dance. I love all three of those things. But hopefully these tips were very helpful for you young women out there. If you're older, hey, it's okay. These can be used for you too. But I know that tapping into our sensuality sometimes is because we want to also enhance our sexuality, but sometimes we don't need to do that. Sometimes it could just be simple as changing your aura or changing your vibrations, and easily you're now more of a sensual being. You're now more attractive and seductive and alluring, and you won't even realize it. So definitely I would say all of these tips will help you. I guarantee it. And if they don't, then try again. Then try again. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section down below. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.